Greetings, young men. This is Principal Kafele. I'm out here on my patio. Let me tell you where I am, though. I'm out in the Caribbean. I'm on the beautiful island of Aruba this morning. I'm gearing up for tomorrow. Got a big presentation speaking to folks here on the island. But today I'm just taking it down. But, I got some time. So, as always, I got a message for you. And that message is, young men, if you want to achieve greatness, then you gotta go first in 10. Once again, young men, if you want to achieve greatness, then you gotta go first in 10. What am I saying? Well, those of you that follow football, you already know. That's a football analogy that I'm going to use. Here's what I'm saying. In the game of football, if a team receives the ball to start the game, to start a new half, or whatever the case may be, on the opposite side of the field, down on their side of the field. Well, here's the thing. If they don't get far on that kickoff, if they don't get far and gain much yardage, let's say they may get tackled at the 10-yard line, the 20-yard line, somewhere thereabout. Well, now they got a long way to go to score a touchdown. If they're on the 10-yard line, they got 90 yards to go to score a touchdown. Now, for those of you that know football, they're not going to go for that touchdown on that first play. They're not going to go for that touchdown on that first drive. If they score the touchdown, fine, but that's not necessarily the strategy. It's first down. They got 10 yards to achieve another first down. So they're going for that first down. In other words, they're trying to get at least 10 yards, minimally, so that they get a new set of downs. And then as they get that first down, then they go for another set of 10 yards to get a new first down as they advance their way down the field. So they're trying to get closer and closer and closer and closer to the goal line on the opposite side of the field. They're not necessarily going for the touchdown at their own 10, at their own 20, at their own 30, at their own 40, their own 50. If they get it, fine. They got the touchdown. That's the big picture. But they're going in increments for now. They said, let's mount together a strong drive, so we'll go 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards. Well, I'm saying to you, young man, and you see I'm out here sweating. I told you I'm in Aruba. It's blazing out here. I think it's about 90 degrees. And I'm in the month of October right now. So back home in Jersey, it's cold. It's chilly. But out here, I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. So let's get back to the subject at hand. I'm saying to you, young men, toward achieving greatness, toward achieving your goals, toward achieving your dreams, it works the same way. You've got to go first and 10. A series of first and 10s until you achieve it. So I'm saying, as you conceptualize what your goal is, if it's a grade goal, if it's a graduation goal, if it's something related to school, then you got that big goal. Could be the graduation, could be the test, could be the assignment. But now there's some steps you got to take to get there. So let's look at the test, for example. You got a big test you got coming up. Maybe it's coming up in a couple of weeks. Well, you need a series of first and 10s. You got to study. You got to study. You got to ask questions. You got to make sure that you're understanding. You may have to take some notes. You may need to compare notes with a peer. You may want to talk to a teacher to make sure you're on track. You got to pay attention in class. You got to maintain a focus. You got to take great notes, copious notes in class. You've got to get the homework assignments done. These are all these increments of 10 yards, increments of 10 yards, 10 yards, first and 10, first and 10, first and 10, until you get to game day. That's the test. Now you take the test, and because of these series of first downs, 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards, you are more than ready to score the touchdown. Meaning you are more than ready to ace the exam, because you didn't just sit up for one night and go for a Hail Mary, throw the ball way down the field from the 10-yard line and hope they're way down on the opposite side of the field, some miraculous catch, and now you scored a touchdown. I'm not saying that can't happen. It does happen. It happens all the time. But it's not the norm. The norm is the drive down the field in increments of 10 or more yardage. So I'm saying to you, you got to take the drive down the field, do the studying, do the homework, do the thinking and reflecting, take the notes, ask the questions, pay attention, be prepared, sit in the front of the class. These are your first intents toward achieving your goals. Looking at myself as a speaker. Again, I'm out here on this beautiful island called Aruba in the Caribbean. But this didn't happen for me overnight, young men. I remember 30 years ago, my audience were parents if they showed up at PTA meetings in cafeterias in the evening after school. On a good day, 5 parents were there. We're talking 30 years ago. On a good day, I had an audience of 5. I didn't have the thousands in the audience that I have now. On a good day, maybe 5. But every day I'm doing this stuff. Every day I'm somewhere in New Jersey, somewhere in New York, somewhere in Pennsylvania, talking to a small group of parents, talking to a small group of children, talking to some community members, trying to build my career, build my business, build my name, walking in increments of 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards. And let me tell you something, young man. May not happen for you right away. May not happen for you within the next few weeks. It may not happen for you within the next few months. It may not happen for you within the next few years. It may not happen for you within the next few decades. But if this thing is that important to you, if you are that committed to it, if you are that dedicated to it, if you are that passionate about it, then however long it takes, you're going to stick with it. You are going to stay committed to it, and you're going to make it happen. So me wanting to be this big national, international speaker, I just spent the last 30 years going first and 10, first and 10, first and 10, first and 10, first and 10. I wanted it that badly. I want to say it again. I wanted it that badly. See, this trip to Aruba, I turned this into a vacation. I don't speak till tomorrow, which is my birthday, by the way. I got here yesterday. Brought my wife and brought my daughter. I'll celebrate my birthday on this beautiful island of Aruba. I'll give my presentation throughout 3 hours. Topic is called Dare to Be Great. I'm living in my passion. I'm doing that which I conceptualized doing 30 years ago. I'm having a ball. I'm having a blast because I went first and 10. First and 10. First and 10. I didn't care how long it took. As long as I got there, as long as I stayed committed to it, as long as I was serious about it, as long as I was focused on it, as long as I was diligent, as long as I was disciplined, and as long as I was resilient, the ability to bounce back after every setback. And I had a lot of setbacks along the way. I still have setbacks along the way. So I'm saying to you as I'm closing out, you want to achieve greatness, then you got to go first and 10 always. Don't ever forget that, young man. That is what it takes. Enough said. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's make it happen. This is Principal Kafele. I'm repping Eufaula, Alabama, but I'm all the way down here in Aruba in the Caribbean. Getting ready to make it happen tomorrow. Big time. I'm excited. Thanks for listening. Peace.